Cancer. If you clicked on this reading, there is a strong chance you have been sensing that something in your life is slowly coming to an end. Not necessarily in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, emotional way where you can feel a chapter closing inside you. Cancer energy is very connected to memories, emotions, and attachments. Because of this, you do not leave situations easily. You usually hold on, try to understand people, and try to protect what matters to you. But there comes a moment when even Cancer begins realizing that a certain phase has already served its purpose. The feelings change, the meaning changes, and something inside you starts preparing for the next stage. You may have been reflecting more about the past lately, thinking about what worked, what didn't, and what you truly want moving forward. This reading explores the deeper signs that Cancer is closing a major chapter and how life is preparing you for a new emotional direction. The first card appearing is Six of Cups. Cancer, this card is deeply connected to memories in the past. You may find yourself thinking about earlier phases of your life more than usual. Sometimes this happens when a chapter is ending because your mind begins reviewing everything that happened during that period. You may remember the good moments, the lessons, the people who were part of that chapter. There may even be a sense of nostalgia connected to those memories. But the Six of Cups also shows that some situations belong to a previous stage of your life. They were meaningful during that time, but they may not fully match the person you have become now. Cancer is naturally sentimental, so acknowledging that the past is finished can feel emotional. Yet remembering those experiences can also help you appreciate how much you have grown. The second card appearing is Eight of Cups. This card represents the moment where someone begins emotionally stepping away from something that once mattered deeply. Cancer may feel that a situation no longer brings the emotional fulfillment it once did. Even if things appear stable on the surface, your heart may be telling you that something has changed. The Eight of Cups usually appears when someone realizes that staying in the same place will not lead to deeper happiness. For Cancer, this can be a difficult realization because you invest a lot of emotional energy into the people and environments you care about. But sometimes growth requires walking toward something new, even if the path ahead is not completely clear yet. This card suggests that part of you is already beginning that emotional movement forward. The third card appearing is the Moon. Cancer is naturally connected to the moon, so this card often reflects your inner emotional world. Right now, you may feel moments of uncertainty or confusion about what the future should look like. When a major chapter is closing, it is normal to feel unsure about what comes next. The Moon card shows that not everything is meant to be fully clear immediately. Sometimes life reveals the path step by step instead of all at once. Cancer intuition is very strong, even when the mind feels uncertain. Deep inside, you may already sense which directions feel right and which ones do not. This card encourages you to trust that inner voice rather than forcing quick decisions. Over time, the path will become clearer. The fourth card appearing is Ten of Swords. This card represents the final stage of a cycle that has already reached its limit. Cancer may feel that a certain situation has completely run its course. Continuing the same pattern may no longer feel possible or meaningful. Sometimes the Ten of Swords appears after someone has already endured a lot emotionally. It represents the moment where you finally recognize that a chapter is truly over. Even though this realization can feel intense at first, it also brings a type of clarity. Once something reaches its ending point, it frees your energy to move toward a new beginning. For Cancer, this moment can feel like releasing something heavy that you have been carrying for a long time. If this reading is resonating with you so far, take a moment to like the video and share it with someone who may also be going through a life transition. If you would like deeper guidance about your personal situation, you can receive a personal tarot or oracle reading starting at $9, where we explore your energy and the next opportunities opening in your life. Cancer, the first four cards showed something very clear. A chapter connected to your past, your emotions, and certain experiences has slowly reached its closing stage. There may have been reflection, emotional distance, confusion, and finally the realization that something cannot continue the way it once did. But when a chapter closes, life begins preparing the next one quietly. For Cancer, new beginnings often arrive gently. They do not rush in loudly. They grow slowly until you begin noticing that your heart is ready to move forward again. The next 4 cards reveal what begins opening in your life after this chapter ends. The next card appearing here is Ace of Cups. Cancer, this card represents a new emotional beginning. After releasing something that carried heavy feelings, life may soon bring an opportunity that feels emotionally refreshing. This could appear as a new relationship, a deeper connection with someone supportive, or even a new sense of peace within yourself. Sometimes the Ace of Cups does not represent another person immediately. It represents emotional healing first. You may begin feeling more open to joy, creativity, and meaningful experiences again. Cancer energy is deeply connected to love and emotional depth. When this card appears, it often means your heart is slowly becoming ready to receive something positive again. Instead of carrying the emotional weight of the past, you may begin experiencing a sense of emotional renewal. The next card appearing is Page of Cups. This card represents gentle emotional messages and new emotional experiences. Cancer may soon encounter situations that bring small but meaningful moments of happiness. Someone may approach you with sincerity, kindness, or emotional honesty. This could be a new connection, a friendship becoming deeper, or someone expressing feelings openly. The Page of Cups also represents curiosity about emotional possibilities. You may begin feeling more open to exploring life again without overthinking every outcome. After closing a heavy chapter, this card shows that life begins bringing lighter experiences that help restore emotional balance. These moments may seem small at first, but they gradually remind you that joy and connection are still very much possible. The next card appearing is Ten of Pentacles. Cancer. This card represents stability and long-term security. After emotional challenges in the past, the next stage of your life may focus on building something lasting and supportive. This could involve creating a stable home environment, strengthening family connections, or developing financial security that supports your future. The Ten of Pentacles is often connected to long-term planning and creating a foundation that benefits not only you, but also the people around you. For Cancer, this card is especially meaningful because home, family, and emotional security are very important themes in your life. The next chapter may guide you toward building a life structure that feels safer, calmer, and more reliable. The final card appearing here is the Star. The Star represents healing and renewed hope. After everything that happened in the previous chapter, Cancer may slowly begin feeling lighter. The emotional wounds that once felt overwhelming may begin healing with time, reflection, and supportive experiences. You may also reconnect with dreams or desires that once felt distant. Sometimes during difficult periods, people forget what they truly want for their life. The Star reminds you that hope and inspiration can return even after challenging experiences. For Cancer, this card suggests that the next chapter may bring a deeper sense of peace and emotional clarity. Instead of carrying the weight of the past, you may begin focusing on building a future that truly supports your happiness. Affirmation for you. I release the emotional weight of the past. I welcome healing, stability, and new love into my life. My heart is open to the peaceful future meant for me.